At 58, Dawn Robinson is homeless living in a dirty car for 3 years. I slept in a dirty car. Here's what she said. Before we dive deep into this emotional and eye-opening story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and share this video with your friends and family. Trust us, this story is going to move you, shock you, and leave you thinking long after it ends. Dawn Robinson, yes, that Dawn Robinson, former lead singer of the iconic girl group En Vogue, who once stood on some of the world's biggest stages, living the glamorous life of a superstar, is now 58 years old and living out of a car. And not just any car, a dirty car she calls her coffin on wheels. You may remember her for her fierce vocals on hits like Don't Let Go, Love, and My Lovin', You're Never Gonna Get It, songs that defined an era, that ruled the charts, that made millions of people sing at the top of their lungs. Back then, Dawn was a name on everybody's lips. But behind the fame, the tours, the red carpets, and the flashing lights, a storm was slowly brewing. In a raw, emotional sit-down, Dawn opens up like never before. I never thought I'd be here, she said, her voice trembling. I used to have stylists, assistants, chauffeurs. I was in penthouse suites. Now I'm brushing my teeth at a gas station and hiding in a parking lot so I can get a few hours of sleep. She speaks these words sitting inside the very car she's been living in for 3 years. The backseat is cluttered with old clothes, empty water bottles, broken makeup compacts, and a few tattered notebooks filled with lyrics and dreams. The windows are foggy with grime, and the air inside is heavy, like it's been holding secrets too long. What happened? How does a woman with platinum records and a legacy in music end up here? Dawn doesn't flinch from the question. It started with money, mismanagement, contracts I didn't fully understand. Being too trusting. You think the money will always be there, until one day it's not. And the people, they disappear even faster. After leaving En Vogue and later parting ways with Lucy Pearl, another hit-making group, Dawn tried to go solo. She had the talent, nobody could deny that, but the music industry had shifted, and opportunities dried up faster than she expected. With no major backing, no label support, and few safety nets, she slipped through the cracks. And then came the health issues. I was getting these intense migraines, fatigue that would just knock me out. I didn't have health insurance. I ignored it at first, but it caught up with me. I couldn't tour, couldn't work. She tried to stay afloat, gigging here and there, working behind the scenes, even offering vocal coaching, but it wasn't enough. Rent piled up, bills piled higher, and when the eviction notice came, it all unraveled. I cried for 2 days, she confessed. And then I packed what I could into my car and just drove away. That was the beginning of my new life. A life I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. For the past 3 years, Dawn has been surviving on sheer grit. Sleeping in her car, showering at gyms when she can, sometimes going days without proper meals. She hides her face in public, not out of shame, but to avoid the questions, the whispers from people who remember her only as the woman who once commanded stages. And yet, through all of this, Dawn has held on to one thing: hope. God is real, she says. And I believe I'm still here for a reason. I'm not giving up. I may be down, but I'm not out. In the midst of this darkness, Dawn has found moments of light. She's been writing again, songs that speak of pain, survival, and the quiet strength that comes from enduring the unthinkable. She shares a few lyrics from a new track she's calling Steel Wings. I flew too high, I crashed too low, but my wings are steel, now watch me go. It's haunting, beautiful, and completely Dawn. She's also started reaching out to fans online, people who still remember her, who still believe in her. Some have offered help, others have just sent kind words. Both, she says, have kept her alive. But she's not just telling this story for sympathy. She's telling it for every person out there who's living in the shadows, who feels forgotten. This could happen to anybody, she says. You don't have to be an addict, you don't have to be lazy. Sometimes life just flips the script. And suddenly, the person you used to walk past on the street is you. Dawn is working on turning her story into a documentary, a brutally honest look at homelessness, survival, and redemption in a system that often forgets its most vulnerable. She wants to be a voice for those without one. And she's hoping her truth will not only help her heal, but help others rise too. We asked her what she wanted to say to her fans, the people who still remember En Vogue, who still blast Don't Let Go on road trips or during karaoke nights. Her eyes welled up. Thank you, she whispered. For still listening, for still caring, for not letting me be erased. She pauses, then adds, And please, don't look away from people like me. We're still human, we still have dreams. As the interview wrapped, Dawn stepped out of the car into the fading light. Her posture, though weary, still held dignity. This woman, this warrior, is still standing. She's not looking for a handout. She's looking for a hand to hold while she climbs her way back up. And we believe she will. If this story touched you, if it made you think twice about the person sleeping in the car next to the supermarket, or made you remember how life can change in a heartbeat, please subscribe to our channel. Hit that bell so you never miss another story that matters. And share this video with someone you care about. Let's make sure Dawn's voice is heard loud and clear. Because she's not just a voice from the past. She's a voice we need right now.